Hello everyone, thank you for attending my lecture today. I am Diana Momanase and I will be giving you a brief introduction on energy storage. It's one of the important subjects under this module and it contributes about 1/4 of the whole teaching of this module. And of course you have to expect that the assignment given by the end of the lecture contributes about 10% of the whole 40% of the assignment marks, and 15% mark on your examination will be coming from energy storage as well. So if you have any problem in regards of the lecture, or you want to ask or discuss further about this subject in general, please, you are welcome to send me an email, or if you want to meet me in person, definitely you can come to my office. So for the introduction part, I'll try to cover it within 10 to 15 minutes, giving some brief explanation on how important is the energy storage for the UK, a brief explanation on the UK government agenda, and of course to touch a bit on the reasons to opt for energy storage, the benefits, and the classification of relevant recent energy storage technologies that we will learn across this submodule. The overview on energy storage. It is actually within our knowledge that there is an urge on shifting the conventional way of producing energy to its, integrating renewable sources, which are abundant and very, very impossible to deplete, such as solar, we have wind power, biomass, etc. This decarbonization approach not only can save the environment through reducing the greenhouse gas emission, but at the same time, of course, it reduces the frequency of global catastrophe to happen, such as global warming, urban heat island effect, flood, de-icing the North Pole, and etc. For some reason, of course, we get to know that renewable energy systems can be a bit unreliable because the power generation based on renewable sources is environmentally and naturally dependent, which this can lead to unstable power generation to the main system. Therefore, it's very important that energy storage should play a role to support the power system during the time when there is high energy demand. As reported by recent and previous scholars, it's not sufficient to the power system to only depend on the system which generates energy from renewable sources. The UK government is known to be one of the key players in renewable energy technologies, and energy storage has been a very great potential solution to support the national power generation system. So BIS, the Department of Business, Innovation and Skills, also mentioned that energy storage is one of the 8 great technologies which the UK government should be one of the top global leaders. Therefore, it is an urge to progress towards reaching this potential. So one of the national report on smart power reported that there will be about £8 billion that can be saved by implementing storage technologies and optimizing the flexibility measures of this system in large scale. Also, globally, there is a huge investment on energy storage technologies, which the government, of course, cannot avoid, but has to be part of the competition. These huge benefits can only be grabbed only if a chain of actions is seriously taken by the government, as well as the industry players, the stakeholders, the grid operators, and etc. A little summary on the 8 great technologies. As you can see from the screen on the left side, we have big data, the satellite, the autonomous system, synthetic biology, regenerative medicine, agriculture, advanced material, and also the energy storage. If you can see on at the middle of the slide, the tree at the bottom, just want to discuss a bit on it. So the UK government guarantee about 12 billion pounds new business revenue will be created based on the innovation of the energy storage, and there will be more development on generation batteries planned by the government, which it possibly reduce the electricity consumption by 1/5. Also, about 10% of the UK electricity will be contributed from the wind, and energy storage plays role to be part of the wind generated system. Um, at the right side, we also learned that smart grid system is a replacement of the existing power system, where more flexibility is taken place in generating and storing the energy, and of course the use of big data, which will be able to flex more of the system. And energy storage will play the roles in terms of making the power generation to be more efficient. It flexes the management of the grid. It enables in the integration of renewable sources into the main grid. And last but not least, to flex the national power generator through the decentralized system by integrating microgrids or standalone grid system to the main grid. So this is just one of the key examples which shows how serious the UK government to urge on developing more and more energy storage plants in the whole UK. One of the projects are to deploy a very large scale, about 16 gigawatts battery projects, which will be having in the total of 686 plant sites. So in current, we can say about 450 megawatts battery are already commissioned on site. And some of other important information, definitely you can just go to the website. So, why should we opt for energy storage? There are 6 main reasons. Number one, these technologies are able to absorb and release energy when required, and it will provide ancillary power service to benefit the power system. Number two, this industry, it delivers a better or stabler system, and there will be no worry in terms of the security of the supply. Number three, it's towards achieving decarbonization approach of the UK energy supplies, and it's very important for low carbon future network. Number four, these technologies offer flexibility during the fluctuation of the energy generation and energy demand. Number five, these technologies can be installed at different scales, whether it is in a distributed or decentralized basis or in centralized basis. Number six, the technologies vary across the industry, so there will be no problem whether you want to install it in which scales adapted for different industry. So here I classify the benefits of the energy storage into 3 main reasons. The first one, of course, it leads towards decarbonization of the future, and in it's very sustainable. The system can integrate with renewable sources while it reduces the dependency on the fossil fuels. And of course, it helps in improving the energy security by flexing the energy supply and the demand. Then we can save more costs, and it will help in terms of creating a new business revenue. The energy can be stored when the electricity price is low, and we can use on-site when the price is high. Also, the financial costs of the power outage can be reduced as the energy supply system is more stable. Number three, of course, low maintenance is needed and more efficient. Energy storage can reduce the energy loss during the transmission, and the required system upgrades on electricity transmission can also be less. So for this subject, of course, I will try to cover relevantly recent energy storage technologies according to different classification, different categories. We have mechanically operated energy storage, and then thermally operated, electrochemically operated, chemically operated, electrically operated, and the hybrid system. I also would like to give some brief explanation on other types of energy storage as well by the end of the whole lecture of energy storage. And this is just one examples of how we can compare different types of energy storage in terms of the rated power, storage and energy, and also the discharge time, which we will cover later. So I also provide you with some references if you want to read further, to understand more about energy storage. Definitely you can go to these websites and technical papers. I also provide you the additional terms. Maybe you can read further, and of course, if this is not enough, definitely you can always refer to somewhere else. So this is the end of the slide. Thank you very much for your attention. So we'll move to the next slide. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.